Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Syracuse Unpeeled, where I say things that make a questionable amount of sense that you may or may not actually care about, but we're all here now, so we're in this together. I know you've all missed me, but I promise I've missed you more. Okay, maybe you missed me more, but how could you not? I am your fabulous host, Alex O'Toole, and joining me tonight we have Madi Daly, KJ Vaughn, and Brittany Stephanis. So we'll be talking about everything from the Super Bowl to Boeheim's 1,000th win, and later I'll be sitting down with Crys Letona to talk about SU's production of the Vagina Monologues. We've got a lot to cover, so let's just get right into it. The Super Bowl was this Sunday, obviously, and the Pats made history in literally so many ways. Talk about an incredible game. But rather than talk about the game, since I'm sure you've all done that already, let's talk about halftime. Lady Gaga's performance included everything from crazy acrobatics to drones, and it was heartfelt and fun. And if you ask me, I think she put on a great show. So, Maddie, what did you think of the halftime performance?
Now, I'm a huge fan of Lady Gaga, so I totally enjoyed it. I was all into it, and I loved seeing every single one of those hits from the 2000s, early 2000s. It was great. I literally enjoyed every single second.
There you go. What about you guys?
I mean, my favorite part of it was the memes that came out of it.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that was like me jumping to conclusions.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that is literally
Incredible. I feel like that's important.
It was really cool. I will say during it, I was still like so shocked as to what the opening part was. So it was on top of the stadium, I've heard, but it was pre-filmed because then she jumps down. But I was like, she didn't actually. You know, that I was pretty sure that she didn't actually do that in real time. But I heard
that
she
would have been
filmed
crazy
that was
if
cool,
she
It was like a circus
It was
act.
really
Yeah.
cool.
It was more
Yeah.
like a performance.
Exactly.
yeah.
She did get a lot of stuff in. She took you on like a whole journey, a whole
like
spectrum.
flips,
Exactly. And I
combo.
feel like it also was one of those things where you didn't realize how many hits and how long she's been around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Until you heard her do that and you were like,
Exactly.
And the biggest diva moment ever when she had the other guy hold her mic.
Oh, I like when she threw
I
the
thought he was
mic.
gonna get fired if he was like so far, and I feel like she was like, "Bring it closer, or you're done."
Exactly. So, speaking of mics, we're all just going to throw ours right now. So, possibly more important than the halftime show, but not more important than that final touchdown, am I right, are the commercials. Yes, the fact that I can see most of them before the game online does ruin some of the magic, but all in all, these ads did not disappoint. I have quite a few favorites myself and spent a good portion of my night on Sunday tweeting about them. But, KJ, what were your favorites?
You know, so I felt like it was a little bit of a down year for ads. I think it was more about upcoming stuff than actually selling products. I will say a couple of my favorites. One, the Buick commercial, like one of the first ones they aired. People said it leaked early, but I didn't see it, so I saw it when they first aired it in the first quarter, and it's great. You know, if that's a Buick, my kid's Cam Newton, and then like it's Cam Newton, and the kid's freaked out. He's like, no, don't throw it to me. And then another one, maybe underrated. I feel like people liked it, but the Buy commercial with Christopher Walken and Justin
Yes,
Timberlake. Like
yes,
I love
that was
Christopher
hysterical.
Walken.
It was
I
really
loved
short
it.
and to the point,
Yeah,
but it was like
and
successful.
and Justin Timberlake doesn't even say anything. That's a
He literally
he's kinda
just
like,
looks.
he's just like
That's all you need to, when you're Justin Timberlake, that's all you need
you
to
don't
do.
even need
Yeah,
to say
I wonder how much you got paid for that. Literally just to sit there and do one look. Probably like
Honestly.
thousands of dollars.
More than any of us are probably going to make ever, but just for that one
Exactly.
shot.
Just-
Exactly.
Yeah.
That literally, what that reminds me of is when Justin Bieber had that entire ad campaign that was wink, nod, smile. And that's
Yes.
all he did
Oh
for
my
the entire
gosh.
commercial. So
Yeah.
if you're an attractive man named Justin, just get one look down and you're set. So Madonna has officially adopted twin girls from Malawi, Africa, and as you may or may not know, Madonna already has 2 children from there, whom she previously adopted in 2006 and 2009. So the singer dismissed reports in January that she intended to adopt more children from the country as, quote, untrue rumors, and said that she was visiting to go work with an NGO. So Brittany, do you think this was pre-planned, or did she just go on a mission trip and come back with a couple kids?
Well, I just think in the celebrity world, it's interesting how many people kind of just adopt children, like on the road.
Seemingly out of
It's like,
nowhere.
It's like, oh, I just bought a new purse, but it's like children.
But like,
it's
yes,
great,
I got some
but like
kids.
it's almost like a competition between like Angelina Jolie and the rest of the world.
And
It's like,
everyone
can
else.
I adopt more? And now she has twins, so she's really just taking the lead now.
I know. So what about you guys? Was it pre-planned? Did she just get some kids.
I mean, it sounds like it was pre-planned, and then she just didn't want to let
Blow up
anybody
everyone's
know.
spot.
You know,
Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna adopt." I don't know how I feel. Like, I think it's good, but at the same time, I get what you're saying.
It's like
where
a
it almost like
publicity
it's a
stunt
publicity
sometimes.
thing, and then you're like, "Oh, like I'm totally helping out these kids," which I no doubt Madonna is, but you're also like maybe parading them around in some senses. So, but yeah, I mean,
Like when Kim went and said, "I want to take this one home," and they're like,
my
"It's
God.
not a gift bag, Kim.
That
She's
was
not
so
a
bad.
gift bag."
I'll take that.
But Madonna, you keep your kids. But after the break, we'll be chatting about Harambe. Yes, you heard me right, Harambe. So you'll definitely want to stick around.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
We have all the
Twice, 'cause I'm
information
still
in this
not
story,
in
so
stuff.
we'll know.
I'm still
Nice.
not.
Welcome back, Unpeelers. So now for the return of my boy, Justin Bieber. When he quit Instagram last August after a messy fight with ex Selena, people were nervous that he would never return. I, however, had faith. He reactivated his account a couple weeks later with a bunch of blank spaces, and everyone was like, yes, until he tweeted out that it was an accident. But he's back, at least for now, after a 24-week hiatus, along with his old posts, and because God is real. So welcome back, babe. I've missed you. KJ, how do you feel about the return of our resident celebration expert?
I'm just kind of in the middle. I'll say this, Justin Bieber, you've beat me twice now to Instagram because I'm still not on Instagram, and you were on it, left it, and came back. So maybe this is a sign that I need to get an Instagram. I don't know.
Is that how you
it's gonna
model
be
most of your
cool,
life's
but-
decisions? Is
If
like what
Justin
Justin
Bieber
does?
does it,
Yes,
you have to have it.
Listen, he's in a T-Mobile commercial. I'm gonna get a T-Mobile phone now. They have better coverage.
There you go.
It's less.
And to celebrate, you give high fives.
Exactly.
Celebration
And
experts.
he had a dance.
What do you guys think?
I just think it defeats the purpose, like when it brings back all the old posts, Because
I like having his old posts, 'cause, like,
what
I
if
would've
he
been
had to
really
restart
sad.
from
I was
scratch,
gonna
like
say,
all
those
his
were
followers?
gone.
Like that would be more interesting.
The bad
If all
one.
of a sudden he had like 0 followers and then like had to gain.
Could make
his
that a thing,
millions
like
of
He would get
followers.
it in half a
Yeah.
second.
I know,
You
but
send
it'd be
out
fun to
one
watch.
tweet.
Yeah.
It'd be like a live stream on Facebook.
It would be
instead.
so
And
fast.
then
and then he'd
NBC
break-
would pay for that. Yeah.
He would literally break another record, and they'd be like, "You have the most people that followed you ever in the shortest amount of time." But I love you, Justin, so it's okay. Well, guys, if you thought Harambe was dead, you're wrong. But also right, because he is. But anyway, a Cheeto that looks like the late Harambe was sold on eBay this week for nearly $100,000. The listing attracted 132 bids before closing on February 7th. He may be gone, guys, but his Cheeto spirit will live on forever, or at least until somebody gets hungry. So, Brittany, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, this just shows America's stupidity, number one. Second of all, I think the best part about this whole eBay thing is that the guy offered free shipping. It's like, honestly, as if someone who's paying $100,000 wouldn't pay the extra like $5.99 for shipping. Like, that's the best part of
Is
it.
he
It's
like, what is he
and
shipping
there's
it
free
in?
shipping.
That's what I want to know.
Like, is it
California,
has
and it's
to
literally a
be-
Cheeto, what was like bubble wrap. Like,
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I just
Like,
wanna
it's
see what
not
it
like
comes
it
in.
would fit in an envelope, but like if that got crushed on the way, you'd be
Yeah,
like,
what are
well,
you gonna
there we
do?
go.
You'd put it in your house, and it'd be like
Like,
that's a
what if-
ramen. It'd be like, I
What
don't
if
see
you
it.
what
just
if you have
crumbs,
kids?
or if it
They're
melts?
hungry.
Yeah.
They go for a hot Cheeto. Not so much,
it's
kid. That was
Harambe.
$100,000.
Yeah, that's just I don't get it. I don't get. I mean, you could collect like legitimate kind of things. Like that's a collector's item, but what are you gonna put it in?
It's gonna get stale at some point.
You can't
hopefully.
just throw it on the shelf like
Processed
here are
foods
my
scary.
trophies.
All
and,
right. So what
there's
do
the
you
Cheeto.
think about Harambe?
I think that it's just random. Like, that's like literally half my college tuition spent on a Cheeto. So I just
Isn't
don't
that
really
sad
understand
that that's
it.
only half our college tuition? I hate this
Yeah.
place. I love you, Q's, but God, I don't have this kind of money. Okay, guys, so now for some news around the Q's. So this Saturday marked our beloved Jim Boeheim's 1,000th win with Syracuse basketball. No matter what the NCAA has to say about it, you did it, Jimmy B. You did it. The Syracuse Orange beat Virginia in a real nail-biter in the Dome, after which the crowd naturally stormed the court, which is really becoming our thing lately. I personally could not be any happier for our favorite coach. We even had a buzzer-beater win again last night, so I am on an orange high. Maddie, were you on that court after the game on Saturday?
I was lucky enough to be at the game, and I was so far up in the stands. I tried
believe that.
hard to get on the court. But
I was up there with you.
By the time I would have even gotten remotely near it, he was already in the locker room. So I got to the point I started cheering, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to beat everyone
I'm still
out.
here in spirit,
I was like,
Jimmy.
I'm going to beat everyone out, and I'm going to run out and beat the rush out. So
Exactly.
that's what I did.
How do you guys feel about the 1,000th win?
Oh, it was great. I actually was not able to get on the court despite the fact that I was sitting right next to it covering the game because I had to get to the locker room. That post-game press conference, Jimmy B was letting it all hang out. He got a little emotional. It was great. It was really great. I was happy to see it. And
Is that a teaser for the press conference?
hey, it was a great press conference, and you could tell everybody wanted to know like what his thoughts were with the NCAA.
Yeah.
He skirted around it, but towards the end, he had to get there.
Exactly.
Should we do
Yeah.
another jacket throw? Because I want to see another one
I feel
of
like
those
you get one of those for
gifts
every win
around.
from Jimmy B. I could make that into a whole compilation. I love him. Okay, so up next, guys, Brittany is going to show us what SU students do and don't know about this Sunday's Super Bowl. So stay tuned, Unpeelers. I don't know what anything.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, Unpeelers. So this week, Brittany made her Unpeeled reporting debut by giving us some good old-fashioned live witness news. So let's check it out.
Or not?
I think we should. Honestly, I think we should check it out. Is that a lie? Is it not a lie? Who
I'm Brittany
knows?
Stephanis, and I'm here to distract everyone studying and ask them about this year's Super Bowl.
So I'm here with, what's her name?
Julia.
Julia. So what do you think about the Steelers and the Panthers? Who are going to win?
Is that who's playing?
Maybe. What do you think the LI stands for? Super Bowl LI. That's this year's thing.
I have no idea.
No idea. What does LI stand for? I'm here with, what's your name?
Dominic Romano.
Dominic Romano. Okay, so I have a question. Do you think that now that the Super Bowl is in Detroit, it'll be really snowy for the players?
It's a dome, right?
Well, it's actually outdoors.
In Detroit?
Yeah.
Wait, like the Detroit Lions Stadium's outdoors?
Yeah. What do you think about them re-airing the commercials from last year for this year?
I didn't watch the Super Bowl last year.
So you don't think it's going to change anything? Doesn't matter to you either way? I feel that. My question is, what do you think about a lot of the commercials this year just being replays from last year at the Super Bowl?
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like we need some new creativity to kind of get it a little bit more entertaining, because I feel like a lot of people just watch the Super Bowl for the commercials.
Yeah, I agree. That's like me. I don't really like football. So do you think that the Panthers or the Patriots are going to win?
Patriots, Tom Brady all the way.
So you don't care about Deflategate then?
No. You just gotta look at him. If you look at him, then you know.
That's true. Let's see, what about Lady Gaga? Did she tell you that Lady Gaga's changing her name to Lady Go-Go for the game?
Is she? Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, wow.
Kind of weird. It's
That's
also
weird,
very
but
classic.
I love her. I so love her.
Yeah. So what have we learned from today? That it's very likely that Lady Gaga would actually change her name to Lady Go-Go. And we learned that not all stadiums are open, so snow wouldn't necessarily affect them. And lastly, LI stands for 51, not Long Island, which many people in Syracuse would probably believe.
Did people like surprise you with how much they didn't know?
Honestly, kind of the opposite, except my favorite was the guy who actually thought the Super Bowl was in Detroit. And then at the end, when he was like correcting me on the dome, he was like, well, I thought you were just trying to make me look stupid there. And I was like, I actually just said make you look
what I
stupid
was trying to do.
because it's in Houston,
So close.
So
I
you
heard
got it wrong.
they didn't have much snow in Houston, but
no. Yeah, and there was just Lady Gaga dropping from the ceiling, no snow.
Incredible. Honestly, with the LI thing, like obviously I know that it's 51 because, come on guys, but I'm from Long Island, so to me, I was like, LI, Long Island, every time I saw it, I was like, yes!
That's
like,
what I
know
wanted from people. I was like, please say Long Island.
Like the fact that nobody could say Long Island, like there's so many people from Long Island.
One guy said Long Island, and I was like, you are my guy.
You're
That's
right.
all
You're
I wanted.
also right.
And then the most unsuspecting people would be like, 51.
You hate those guys. So guys, after the break, I will be sitting down with VP of Sassy, Crys Letona, so stay tuned, guys.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, babe.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, babe.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
At Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Welcome back on Peeler. So tonight I have the pleasure of sitting down with Crys Letona, who's the Vice President of Sassy and one of the masterminds behind SU's production of the Vagina Monologues. So thank you for joining me.
Hi.
So what is Sassy for starters? What is that? And how'd you get involved?
Okay, so SASSY stands for Students Advocating for Sexual Safety and Empowerment. And I joined my freshman year. I saw the pink covered table and I just thought they were so cool, giving out pink colored condoms. I was like, oh my God, how progressive, I'm in, like done,
there you
sold.
go.
And I remember watching the Vagina Monologues last year, and I wasn't in it, nor was I part of the production, and this year I was asked to be an assistant for production, and I recently got appointed the position to be one of the performers.
Wow,
yeah.
Congratulations. So, for anybody that doesn't know, what is the Vagina Monologues?
Okay, so the Vagina Monologues was created by Eve Ensler, and it's basically a series of monologues ranging from a variety of stories. So it could be about childbirth, it could be about sexual assault, it could also be really happy and about figuring out your body. So it just ranges from being really funny to sad to happy to amazing experiences.
So what is kind of like the purpose? Because you said that you went last year, so it's been happening now for, I don't know how many years, but several, I guess, in a row. What do you think is the purpose of bringing it to college campuses and here?
Okay, so I definitely think the purpose would be to almost say it's okay to have a vagina, it's okay to say vagina. So society kind of makes you feel like we should just whisper the word vagina or not even say it at all, right? So it should be like more of a private term to be used. And this kind of shows you that, like, you know what, it's normal. Girls have it, other people have it, vaginas are out there.
They are. That feels like an accurate statement. So I guess with, you know, kind of saying that like, oh, you know, we should talk about vaginas and, you know, they're out there. What about the flip side? Should guys be talking about their penises?
They totally can. It's up for game.
There you go. You heard it here first. Crys Letona says it's fair game. Everybody talk about whatever you want to talk about. So is it all just about kind of, I guess, giving everybody the power to like feel comfortable with themselves? Yes. And so it's all a good message. Yeah. And it's all in a good place. Is it like, what can people expect to get from going to the Vagina Monologues?
Definitely expect to be very empowered, to feel good about yourself. Just expect anything and everything. Honestly, there's so many emotions that surface while watching and definitely being a part of it.
Is it like a laughing kind of thing, a crying kind of thing, or like are you going to be an emotional, like bring your chocolate and figure it out kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely that one. Yeah, you'll laugh at some skits. Like honestly, I laugh watching them even during practice, and you cry during some because they're just so powerful and it's just all over the place, but amazing. And I definitely recommend going.
That's crazy. So how long is the full show?
Actually, I want to say an hour.
And it still takes you like that whole range. That's crazy. Okay, so when is it? And where, like when, where, how can we get tickets? Like, give me the rundown.
Okay, so the 14th, 17th, and 18th, and they range...
Of February?
Yes, of February.
So coming up?
Yes.
14th, Valentine's Day?
Yes. It's
wow, everybody take your dates there. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually happening at Hendricks Chapel, but you can buy tickets at Shine Box Office.
Okay.
7:30 for the 14th, 8 for the 17th, and 7 p.m. for the 18th.
So people can start buying tickets now?
Yes.
And how much are the tickets?
They're $5 with an SUID and $6 for visitors.
So really not much of a difference.
I know.
So bring all your boyfriends and girlfriends because it's Valentine's Day coming up and I have no one to bring because I'm single, but whatever. So guys, after the break, Crys and I are going to play a Box of Lies, so you won't want to miss it.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back on Peeler. So now we're going to play a fan favorite, and apparently a tongue twister, Box of Lies. Not a tongue twister, right guys? So the rules of the game are pretty simple. One player picks a box randomly, looks at the contents inside of the box, then either describes what's in the box to the opponent or makes up something else. And the other player then has to guess whether they're telling the truth or lying. We have a box boy. Thank you, box boy. Do you want to have the box first or guess if I'm lying first?
Guess if you're lying first?
Okay.
So you get the box first.
Yeah, I'll let you pick whatever box you want. Whoa, heavy box, heavy box, okay. Inside this box is a Starbucks cup with a leather glove that is gently holding a straw.
Lies.
Truth.
Oh my God, that's real. Okay.
It's a real item.
Real item. So they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then the box is yours.
Weird.
Well, that'll confuse you.
Okay.
You're not a professional box boy.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
All right.
Go over here. So many choices.
Ooh, that one looks
So
a little
many
bit
choices.
heavy. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's my turn?
Oh, yes.
And I've turned it towards you.
Okay, inside is an orange peel and a banana.
Lie.
How?
Because that's too simple. That's way too simple, and the box was too heavy for that.
Wow.
All
All right, I'm ready.
She's good.
Okay.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Go over here. Don't drop it. Just do it.
Okay, so inside this box is a broken heel with the screw sticking out, laying atop a hot pink feather boa.
True.
Yeah. Broken heel.
Wow.
Official. That is a break.
Honestly, like that is sad for whoever's shoe that is. I'm sorry.
I know, it's kind
R.I.P.
of
to the
cute.
shoe.
And the box doesn't look great either, but what are you gonna do?
Shots fired at the box as well.
What are you gonna do? We can't complain too much. We've got a limited budget here at Unfield.
Inside is makeup, a brush, and a used tissue.
That is not very specific. True.
Very much, sorry. I have no idea what that is.
Used. No.
I hope it's a used. Okay, well, I think they
There's-
were like
there are
putting
some
the
smells
boxes
coming from
together,
it, so
and
we're
they were just
glad.
like, there are some
Glad
smells
they
coming
can't-
out of that.
they
I don't know
can't
what they are.
smell it.
Do we have another? Okay,
We have the last one. The final.
Do we have time for the final box? Do we have time for the final box, or do we not have time for the final box?
We'll go quickly.
Okay, so in this final box, we have a headband with pink fuzziness and a banana.
Lying.
True thing.
What?
Boom.
True thing. All right, guys, so that's all the time we have for tonight. The tickets, go see the Vagina Monologues. The tickets, actually, the proceeds go to Planned Parenthood. I'm Alex O'Toole. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll miss you dearly, and I'll see you when I see you, or maybe you'll just see me. So, bye, guys.